Hello, my cash queen, and welcome back to the 100th episode of the 8-Figure Dentist podcast. I cannot believe that it has been almost 2 years, me and this mic and you recording these podcasts, sharing everything I know with you about growing a successful business, sales, marketing, psychology, managing your own mental state for the highest performance. And it just dawned on me that one day in November, I just decided, screw it, I'm going to start recording a podcast. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. And that's how the show was born. And here we are, 100th episode. I really want to honor this number because when I hit 52 episodes, I kind of glassed over. Didn't record anything special. I didn't say anything special, but it is a big deal. Every week I come here in my little office and I turn on the mic and I look in the camera and I prepare a topic that I want to go in deeper and I hit play. And if you have ever recorded videos for your maybe practice of social media, you know that it could be challenging. It could be uncomfortable. It could be tricky. And I cannot believe that I have done this for almost 2 years, 100 episodes. Well, let me tell you something. Each episode takes me a couple of takes. I have to re-record things sometimes. And again, if you've been recording videos and audio, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I've probably recorded like 300 or 400 episodes, but actually published 99 of them. This is going to be in 100. So it is a big milestone for me. And if you have been following along from the very beginning, or if you recently found me and you've kind of scrolled back, you wanted to start from the beginning, you will notice that the name changed. The show used to be called No Stress CDS. And then as I realized that I've always been helping women doctors, women dentists, but I've just realized that every time I've been helping them with managing stress and burnout and relationships, their production grew. And that's how I pivoted more towards the 8-Figure Dentist. But if you have been here since the beginning or you've just joined and you are listening to many episodes, I am so excited that you are here. And I am so humbled that you are tuning in every week to listen to my voice and to listen to the pieces of advice that I am sharing with you. I am so grateful that you're here. Thank you so much. It means the most. And let's jump into this week's episode. So 100 episode, I was thinking, man, what should be the topic? I have this running list of topics that I want to talk about on the podcast. Typically, it's something that is coming up for my private clients or clients inside of the mastermind, or just by having conversations with other doctors, some things coming up for me. So I keep this tally of topics that I want to record episodes on. And I was thinking, man, 100th episode, it is a big deal. So I want to make sure this topic is really helpful and it's like a signature topic of what I'm teaching. And so I thought, okay, well, we're here to convert some consults. We're here to make some money. So what better topic than to talk about the number one objection that you are likely getting in your consults, which is your fees. Financial objections is too expensive. So if your patients are leaving the practice saying, hey, the fees are too high, here's one of the things that I want you to consider. I talk a lot about what happens in the consult or new patient exam, however you call it. There are objections that your patient has, and your job, my cash queen, not your TC or your front desk or office manager. It's your job to discover those objections and to overcome them. When you do, you're going to have an instant sale. People will say yes to your treatment plan on the spot. Now, the problem is we don't know how to figure out people's objections and how to uncover them. And I share a lot of strategies with you on how to do it, and a lot of things on the podcast are dedicated to that. However, there's also a piece of It's a marketing piece that will help you overcome these objections and have patients that are just paying in full and starting treatment and signing up for your treatment plans. And that is the quality of your new patients. Okay. Not just what's going on in the consult room, but if you focus on attracting a certain type of a patient, it will be much easier for you to convert them. I'm going to say it again. If you focus on attracting a certain type of a patient, it's going to be easier for you to convert them. That is where the concept of niche comes into place. Now, yes, you want to become known for something specific. That's my whole concept of niche that I teach inside of the 8-figure practice. But one other, a bit controversial piece of advice, and I want to break it down in this episode, is price transparency. If you openly show your fees on your website, that will do two things. Number one, it will dramatically increase your case acceptance because people already know how much it's going to cost. So your patients that are coming in, they are already quote unquote pre-sold. Like that highest friction conversation has already happened between them and the screen. So they're a lot more likely to sign up for your treatment plan. You're a lot less likely to hear, oh, it's too expensive. Can you match the fees of the doctor down the street? So you're more likely to avoid this financial objection from them, and they're more likely to pay in full, which is all fantastic. The drawback is you are going to lose a good number of patients, and they are not going to come in and book your new patient consult. Okay? Because when you show people how much your fees are ahead of time, before they have any interaction with your practice, before they get the human on the other side of the phone or in the consult room, you basically have abdicated any power that you have in that sales conversation, right? Because they're making a decision just based on what they're reading. And what they're reading does not connect with them. It doesn't build trust. It's much harder to build trust through copy on your website, through the words and the visuals. It's a lot harder, right? It's a copywriting skill. And even then, you really need to know your avatar well. You really need to know your ideal patient to specifically market to them, right? Most doctors are afraid to do it. Most doctors are afraid to, quote unquote, box themselves into a specific niche. And that's why most doctors are struggling with new patients and growing their practices, because when you become known for something specific, it gets a lot easier. But I'm not going to go get on that rant of a niche today. What I want to circle back on is financial objections. And when you put your fees on your website, however you want to do it, you will deter some patients from even booking a consult because they will just see the number and they will judge the book by its cover. However, it's saving you time in the new patient exam if you are busy. So that's the caveat that I want you to take. If you want to stop dealing with patients or dramatically eliminate the number of patients that come to you and they have this objection, you're too expensive or your fees are too high, then showcasing your fees on your website, price transparency, is a good strategy. But I only recommend doing it when you are in demand, meaning you have a good flow of new patients coming in through your practice, whatever that looks like for you. If you are, quote unquote, busy with new patient exams, then and only then you want to showcase your fees. Now, you can do whatever you want, my cash queen. You can do whatever you want. You can show the prices now. You don't have to show them ever. I'm just telling you what I've seen work for people really well. And that is when you have consistently, I would say at least 6 months plus of being fully booked with your new patient slots. When you're in this situation, then you want to reveal your fees on your website, and that will increase the quality of the new patients that are coming through the door. Those patients are not going to have as much of price objections. Okay. So this is a strategy in your marketing that actually helps with your conversions, helps with your sales. All right, let's summarize. If you're consistently getting price objections from your patients, if your patients are constantly shopping around, they're your second, third, fourth, fifth opinion, and you have high number of new patients, you are consistently booked, they're just not converting and you don't know what to do. You are going through sales trainings, you're sending your team, your office manager, you are taking courses and you're like, man, I just feel like I am in this, blue collar area. Or sometimes you're actually in a quite well off area. You're like, I don't understand why they have price objections. We're in the Silicon Valley. Like, what's going on? I can see them driving nice cars and the houses they live in, and they're all doled up and then they can't afford my fees. Like, what is going on? If you're in demand, if you have high number of new patients and you want to decrease this objection, you don't want to hear you're too high, the doctor down the street can't do the work cheaper, can you match that? And then I recommend price transparency on your website. All right, my friend, I hope this was a new piece of advice that you've never heard. And if you meet the criteria, go ahead and try it. There's no harm in trying. You can always take the fees down, test it out, give it a good 3 months at least of runway and see what happens. And listen, sometimes I hear people say, oh my gosh, but I'm afraid, what if I lower my fees? What if I end up increasing my fees? You can totally do that. Did you know that grocery stores change their price tags on their food like weekly, like twice a week? They change how much the eggs are or the milk or the yogurt. They do this all the time. It's no big deal. All businesses do it, and so can you. All right, my friend, happy converting. I hope this was really helpful. And if you could spare a couple of moments and leave me a review for this podcast so that more women doctors and dentists can see this podcast and learn from it, I really appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart to yours, let's celebrate the 100 episodes of the 8-Figure Dentist podcast. I am so excited you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to do this work, and I will catch you in all the places. Peace.